So hang tight. Okay, I'm just going to give a couple of seconds here. We're going to wait. Patty's going to put it. She's going to put us on Neighbors and Friends. I'm just going to wait for her, and I'm going to try to share it. I'm not very good at this. There we go. I think I can do this now. So, Ronni, you typically copy the link, right, to share it?
What's that? You
copy the link to share, or do you share?
I hit share, but you have to share as a person. You have to switch it to yourself, and then share it as not as we have, but share it as yourself.
All right.
To
Let's do this. The mayor and Matt have a call with the governor in a few minutes, so I'm going to hold off on doing that. Okay. All right, John Lyons here with Ronni Newton. We've got breaking news on the hurricane front, or the tropical storm front, which Ronni and I are going to get to. But first, we're going to get a status update. We've got Matt Hart, the town manager, on the left of the screen. We've got Mayor Sherry Cantor on the right side of that box. We'll let you guys start. How's the town doing for preparedness?
Go ahead, Mayor.
We are very prepared. I mean, I'm at the Emergency Operations Center, as you said, and people are up to date, following everything, coordinating, and on top of it. I mean, obviously, Mother Nature is Mother Nature, and we will respond as needed. But fingers crossed that things, will be handleable, and we will be doing everything we can.
Yeah, just to add.
And you both are at the command center?
Yes.
Yeah, we're both at the Emergency Operations Center. We've got a great team here, including a representative from Eversource. We're closely monitoring conditions here in town, prepared to respond. The most immediate thing we really want to urge our residents to do, though, and hopefully it's self-evident at this point, and that is to stay home. Yes, we really want folks to stay home, stay where they are. Shelter in place, because the weather's certainly picking up and will continue to do so over the next several hours.
All right,
we'll have a better
idea.
Yeah, we also will have a better idea after this too.
So one thing
right, go ahead, Ronni.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask if you could provide more information about this. I just drove through the town hall parking lot and ran into a crew from Public Works, and they told me that was one of 3 staging grounds that they have in the town. Can you tell residents about what is being done to make sure that Public Works is spread out around town to be able to respond to anything that happens?
Yeah, so with respect to Public Works operations, and this holds true for other municipal operations as well, we like to strategically place assets in the north, central, and southern parts of our community. Actually, I have our Public Works Director, John Phillips, sitting pretty close to me. John, we're staged at the Ideanomics property, right? We're able to utilize that, the town hall lot.
We're town split up in thirds for the resources, south, central, and north.
So that would be Brixton.
Actually, we're sitting here at town hall and with the Yukon.
Yeah,
Brixton, Town Hall, and Ideanomics.
The former Yukon campus. So those are the 3 locations where we're staged at, and we'll use for debris management, et cetera.
Okay, you've got a call with the governor here starting momentarily. Any expectation from that call? Will you have, Mayor, will you be putting out another alert to the town today?
Potentially, I think, in the next hour or 2, I think we'll have a good handle on what's coming our way. But the bottom line is exactly what Matt said. Right now, just stay home, stay off the roads, stay home, and that will be the best way that we can help and make sure that we're managing any fallen trees, wires, anything like that. So stay home.
Okay. All right. Anything else to add? We'll let you guys go. We know you got to join the governor. Anything else to add before we let you go?
No, thank you very much for the service you're providing to our community and helping get good information out to everybody.
Yeah, and as need be, if there's any emergency information, we will get it out. I think right now we gave good guidance. Nothing's really changed to that point. So as things change, we will make sure we communicate with the community. Okay.
Okay, Mayor.
As soon as I'm done with this.
Yep.
Okay.
Mayor and Town Manager Matt Hart, thank you so much. We'll check in with both of you later today. Ronni, you stay on. I'm going to disconnect the 2 of them so we can talk a little bit about why there's some urgency here with this broadcast. So, guys, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Be well.
All right, we're good, Rob.
Okay, they're clear. How are you?
So, so I'm just gonna give you a view of West Hartford Center, if you don't mind, John.
Yeah, I want you to, because I'm going to kill a couple of minutes here and pop pages. So please, by all means, give us a kind of a breakdown of what you're seeing and show us, if you can reverse the camera, show us what you're seeing.
Yep. So yeah, I will do that. First of all, I want to show you my appropriate footwear. I got my rain boots on. It's quite the look. But I'm on LaSalle Road in West Hartford Center right now. I actually don't know how I can reverse the camera on this, so I'm just going to turn it around. So typically on a Sunday in the summer, it would be really crowded here on LaSalle Road. But if you look around, you'll see that you see my car and like 2 other cars, and that's really about it. You'll see that pretty much all of the restaurants have taken down their tables, their planters, their umbrellas, and I'm going to walk down. I don't want my phone to get wet, but I didn't think smartly enough. I didn't bring my umbrella with me.
Yeah, and the rain really got going about 20 minutes ago. It really kicked up again.
But I do have a raincoat and my Weehaw hat right here. So we're ready to go. So this is one of the dining corrals, and you'll see that the tables are down, the umbrellas are down. People have done what they really were told to do, which is take down the outdoor furnishings so that they won't get knocked over and they won't become projectiles. So, and now it's raining a little harder. I'm going to stand right back in this little alcove I was in before to stay out of the rain.
Sounds good. And I have managed to, I'm not nearly as adept at this as you are, Ronni, because when we, for the people watching, when Ronni and I do our broadcasts, Ronni populates the pages while I get the guests ready. And because she's doing this remotely, I am having to populate the pages. So, and I'm not very good at it, but Ronni, just so you know, I have it on chat and I've got it on bulletin board. Hopefully Patty's got it handled for neighbors and friends, and then I'll put it on political forum and other pages when we're done. So, okay. So what's happened is, if you're hearing urgency here in our voices, it's because things have changed very significantly over the last probably 75 minutes. I've been texting with Matt Hart, the town manager, for a good part of the morning, and I wasn't putting this on the neighborhood pages for obvious reasons, but I was saying I was feeling better. The storm was continuing to hold a northerly track. But unfortunately, what has happened over the last 75 minutes is it has taken a sharp turn to the left. So we're going to show you that. I've got a radar image. So Ronni, let's bring this up and let me make sure. Okay, give me a second here. I'm trying to remember how to do this. So I'm a little rusty. Didn't do that right. Let's try that again. There we go. Okay. All right. So this is a radar loop, and I have to play it from the page. I'm going to hit play, and so if you look, I'm going to continue to let it loop here. But you see the bottom right. You see Henri and Ronni. I just want to make sure you see that too on your screen. But
I actually don't see it, John. Okay.
It is working. I promise. I'm looking at
it.
It's
on my phone, so.
Yeah, it is working. So, but you see, it's moving west-northwest. When I put a loop up on Neighbors and Friends 4 hours ago, it was moving north. So Henri is now coming right at us, or maybe a near miss to the north and east. Now, again, we're still on the favorable side of the storm. We look at these storms as a compass, and it's always a little bit better to be on the west side of the storm. And it's a compass that is the direction the storm is moving. So right now it's moving west-northwest. That compass is off 45 degrees offset to actual north. So, but we're still showing on the left side of the storm. So I'm going to show another file here. Let me go here again. I'm a little rusty with this. Ronni and I have not done Be Live in several months. We've been doing in studio. so I'm a little bit rusty. So this is an interactive map, and nope, it didn't come up. Let's see here. There we go. Okay. This is an interactive map that shows Henri. This is from the National Oceanic Atmospheric Institute, National Hurricane Center, and remember the cone. You know, they do the cone, and unfortunately, the BeLive app doesn't give me a pointer. I wish it did, but there is a that cone which for the last 36 hours, the left side of that cone was right over Hartford. That left side of that cone is now shifted. It's now over Waterbury. It's moved 30 miles left or west. So, and that's because the storm has turned its direction. Its direction has turned. It's basically bumping into a stalled frontal boundary, and that's what everyone's been worried about for the last 48 hours on this thing. Is it's going to hit that frontal boundary and bounce left, and that's exactly what's happening now. So we had a nice dry slot. We had a good hour, exactly an hour actually, of dry weather, no rain, and it was pretty nice out, breezy. But now we're into the thick of it. This is I'm going to show you the location of Henri. This is as of about 10 minutes ago when we were setting this call up. There you go over here. Let's hope this is the right one. Got to do a couple of changes here. There we go. So this is the location of Henri. You can see it's just about to make landfall. I had said this morning it was going to make landfall around noon. It is. It's going to make landfall, within a half hour. So that'll be good because land acts as a kind of a hurricane killer. It's going to start to really wind it down. You'll see the wind speed start to diminish. So I'm much more worried now, particularly about rain, than I was 2 hours ago, an hour and a half ago. We're going to be watching the directions very, very closely. Let me make sure I've got no more media to show you. I don't. I will put up that. I'll put up that that radar visual again, just so you can get an idea of, you can really see the direction. I mean, that Henri location where it says the word or Henri, where it says it actually a little bit south and east of where it is, and it's. Right now, if direction holds, it's going to move right to our east. And I mean like Glastonbury, Hartford, the center of the storm, really, really, really close to us. There were questions yesterday about the eye. Eye walls rarely hold up over, first of all, it's a weak storm, so they don't hold up well. And secondly, it's over land. So I don't know if we'll see a true eye to this thing. And it is a spectacular event when it happens. I've never experienced it. I know people who have, where the eye moves over you and it literally becomes beautiful for 45 minutes. And then you're right back in the teeth of the storm. So we got to.
Well, once the eye passes, John, doesn't the wind change direction?
Yeah, the wind. Yeah, right. So right now the wind and the rain is coming in more or less from the east northeast. And if you look up at the clouds will always tell you the story. And this morning, the clouds were coming in from, the north-northeast. The storm was farther south then. But so if you look up, you can tell the cloud by the cloud direction. So as the storm moves to our east, it's the wind and the shower direction will come due north. And I'm assuming the eye is going to stay to our east, by the way. I want to be very clear on this. And then as the eye moves north of us, the good news is the wind and the rain will come in from a more typical direction, which is what you want with these storms because, the trees, the ground, everything's kind of used to the wind coming in from the northwest. And that's, what I hope we're going to be seeing by 4:30. It still looks favorable for the storm to make that pause and turn comfortably north of us. So breezes, chance of a thunderstorm, chance of a shower, but not nearly as bad as it could be if the storm made that turn near us. But I use these words. I can't remember if it was last night or this morning's post, Ronnie. Maybe you can help me. But it is. I'm going to bring us back up here, and we'll let you show us a little bit more. But don't trust the storm. That's the bottom line. This storm is not to be trusted. He's not behaving well. Don't trust this storm. That's the biggest message I can say. And
I've got an echo.
Yep.
I think you're echoing.
Yeah, I know. And it's just, Yeah, and it probably a function of you being on a device. Hopefully, I mean,
Okay.
you can understand me, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I hope so. So anyway, I can't troubleshoot it. So I'm not, usually when you and I are in studio and you're asking questions with people, I can troubleshoot stuff, but I'm kind of stuck here. So you want to give us one more show of the center? I didn't get to see it actually. In fact, I'm going to minimize myself so we give you the full, but turn us around, show us the center one more time. Can you show us the center one more time, Ronnie?
Sure. Yes, I will do that. Sorry. Now I understand that. So my husband just texted me and he said, shouldn't you be holding on to a lamppost?
Yeah, exactly.
Which is kind of what you and I were joking around when I
Yes.
said I was going to do this. I told him I was leaving to go take some photos. There's a lamppost right here, actually, right here behind me. So I
You can
will
hang
go
on
back
to it.
there and I'll
You can-
pretend to be holding on to it like this.
And pretend you're
Maybe,
blowing a line. Right.
If the rain lets up for a second, I'll go back out there. I don't want my phone to get wet.
But do
But,
show us the center one more time. Let's take a look and see what it looks like.
So this is LaSalle Road. It's really raining pretty hard out there. I don't know if you can, if I'm doing this the right way, if you can see.
Yep.
There's a lot of puddles. There's really nobody out and about. There's a couple cars here, including mine. They've been here for a while. Most stores are closed. Most restaurants are closed. West Farms Mall's closed today. There's a lot of businesses have just said they're closing to stay safe. So I just found a little alcove that was sort of out of the wind here, where I am facing west, but it's still raining in here a little bit.
So, all right. Well, that's good. But again, the messaging from Mayor Cantor and Matt Hart: stay home, shelter in place. I took a sip of my coffee and I hiccuped. I apologize. But shelter in place. We are not, we're just at the beginning of this thing. Unfortunately, it's kind of taking a little bit of a shocking turn here. Ronnie and I will keep an eye on it. And Ronnie, if I can get you, maybe depending on the mayor and town manager, maybe we'll do another one of these at 6 tonight or earlier if they want to get some messaging out. And if you're in your office, you can get this populated properly, because right now we're only on 2 channels and I want to get us on all the usual channels. So any last words before I say goodbye?
I'm going to run out there and I'm going to hold on to the lamppost real quick.
Okay, let's do that.
I've always wanted to do this.
Yes. So the wind, Ronnie braving the 15 mile an hour breezes she's braving right now. So, one of us has to be the hero. So in this case, it's Ronnie. So anyway, all right, Ronnie, I'm going to end it and we'll check in later. Maybe I got to check with the mayor, but when she's done with the governor call, we'll get something scheduled and get live again here.